All right, this is my review for United Seven Kingdoms, episode 4. This is getting good. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. It's Game of Thrones. But it's interesting. Something I said in my last review, I was saying that where's the theme? And in the very last, probably like the last minute, right before the credits roll, like still while the show was actually playing, like a minute before, you hear like a rendition of the theme and go into the credits. And I was like, yeah, I was excited. So hopefully they put the intro at some point. Maybe they don't, or maybe at the very end they do. I just love hearing that theme song. It's so strong. And it went with this, and I went with the tone. Like this guy is, it's just insane to me. Like I already knew. I said, okay, he's gonna have to fight this guy. But then he has an idea. He said, oh, we'll do the trial of the seven. So basically, he has to have 7 of his own people fight 7 of, whether it be the King's Guard and Targaryens. And when he said that's okay, let's see what happens. But I didn't expect it for it to happen this fast. First of all, he said, okay, the next day they gotta fight. I'm like, how's he gonna find all these people? But obviously he does at some point. But the point I'm trying to make is, I thought there was gonna be like a whole episode of them just training or something. Like give them a day to train. Like no, this is happening. It's happening so fast. I'm like, I can't even wrap my mind around how fast everything's happening. I'm used to more of a not more of a builder, but I guess more of a builder, but just more space. I'm like, I can't. This is like happening. It's like a movie. I feel like I'm watching a movie right now. It's going right into the next episode, but it is exciting, and also was cool to see Egg. Okay, so I now know his name. He's not. I don't think he's the Mad King. He's what's his name? He said he's a Aegon. He's an Aegon, I believe. He's one of the Aegons. So I don't know who's the Mad King. So maybe it's not this kid. But the point is, maybe he does grow to be evil because he already has kind of that thing to him where he's like talking about he wants his brother to die, even though his brother is pretty evil. But he has like that thing, like how Daenerys had. It's like it's just like something in them that's you like he basically you could tell that he would kill someone at some point when he gets older. He'll do it. He'll do it. And he'll do it, but then he might get carried away. He might take it a little too far. But I mean, who knows? I don't know his future. But anyways, I love the speech that this guy gives at the end. Like I love that he's like coming into his own. He's coming into his power. He's coming into being a real knight, and he really needs someone to step up. And he's talking like a man. And I'm like, yo, where are the people? This random guy stands up, and he looked the part, but then it was a joke, and I was not expecting that. I was like, damn. But I was like, oh, is this gonna be our unsung hero? This is gonna be some random guy. I just was like, oh, he looks like Thor or something. And then no, the guy just literally farted, and I was just like, I was not expecting it. But the point is, he did that speech, and you know, the biggest unexpected thing is, the uncle, the one of the Targaryens is now on the other side. That definitely helps even out a little bit and helps it. Maybe he won't actually die, and maybe there'll be actually some type of fair fighting at some point. But I don't think in what world is it that the Targaryen is gonna die. I don't think so. If he does, I'll be very surprised. But I really don't think this is gonna end with a Targaryen dead. If it does, then maybe not in the way we expect. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the king has to get involved. I'm not completely sure, but this is getting heated up. This is getting heated up, and I really didn't expect this to go in this route. And I'm happy I kept watching the episode. And it's funny because I normally tell people, I'm like, if you have to wait, I'm a big believer in, if you have to watch like 4 episodes or something, then to like it, then it makes no sense. Just don't watch it. But in this show's defense, I would say during the 2nd episode, I was already starting to get hooked. And then the 3rd episode really got me in there. But I was already in by the 2nd episode. I really was. But the 3rd episode really got me in there. And then this one is just like, it's just like off to the races. I just feel like every episode is going to be going. Like, I'm ready for the next episode. But I just feel like, damn, like, I think this is the one time I could tell someone, like, if you don't like the 1st episode, at least give it 3 episodes. But and I hate that because I normally tell people don't. I just don't agree with that. I feel like a show should be good you should know if you like a show by the 1st, maybe 2nd episode. But in this case, like I said, I think it's because it's Game of Thrones. Like I said, that 2nd episode got me in a little bit. But ultimately, I'm excited. I'm glad I kept watching the show. I'm glad I didn't write it off after that first episode. And I still think they would have put the intro. If they put the intro, the Game of Thrones intro, I think I would have definitely been in a little bit more in the first episode for sure. So I don't know why they're not doing it, but it's their loss. But we'll see what happens. I'm very curious how this is all gonna end up. And it's happening so fast. It literally feels like a movie. I feel like I'm watching a movie right now. But yeah, this is it. I don't want to make it too long. It's Deja, know the name, spread love and light. And I want to see the joust. How we gonna joust out?